Hi, I'm Steve Christian from Local Haunts, a paranormal investigator, and my life partner and business partner is Pamela Theresa, medium in the raw. Together, we are the paranormal power couple. And today I'm going to tell you about the time we moved into our first house together that happened to be haunted. Medium Pamela Theresa and I decided to move in together, and we found a nice house to rent in Mandarin, a suburb of Jacksonville. We found a lovely home, and we went to go look at it. We met the owner who was there doing some touch up work to get the house ready for rental. The only people in the house were the owner, Pamela, and myself. And while we were taking the tour of the home, we were in the dining room area. And then down the hall toward the bedrooms, we all heard voices. I looked at Pamela, Pamela looked at me. We both looked at the owner. He looked at us, and I asked him, "Is there somebody else here?" And he goes, "No." And I said, "Yeah, there is." And I think he was concerned because he thought we were going to run and not rent the place. But it turns out, me being a paranormal investigator and Pamela being a true life ghost whisperer, he had the right couple looking at this house because we weren't afraid to live in the haunted house at all. In fact, it was a bonus. So we went down the hall to where the voices had come from, and I didn't see anybody, of course. It was broad daylight. The house was completely empty. However, Pamela, being what she is, she can see the spirits that were in the room. There was a woman, a man, and a small child. They weren't related, but they were a spiritual family that hung together in this house. There's never just one. All three of them were earthbound. You would call them ghosts. We decided to move into the house, and things started happening right away. In the master suite, Pamela and I had a couple of birds. We had a parakeet and a finch that she had with her before I met her, and they were in cages in our bathroom, which you can see from the bed in the master bedroom. All was quiet in the house, and we were laying in bed to sleep, and I got woke up by the sound of the finch going crazy in the bird cage. She was flying around the cage all erratic and bouncing off the walls of the cage. I was concerned for the bird. I leaned up in bed and I looked, and I could see something. I saw a misty form about 4 feet tall standing in front of the bird cage, and the bird was freaking out. I alerted Pamela in bed next to me, and she looked up and she could see the little girl ghost standing in front of the bird cage. I said, "What's happening in there?" Pamela said it was the little girl ghost, and she was standing in front of the bird cage, and she was reaching in trying to grab the bird. This obviously was causing the bird a lot of stress. So Pamela told the girl to knock it off so we can go to sleep, and then all got quiet. Not another peep the rest of the night. Now, I also had a Doberman Pinscher at this time named Trooper, and Trooper had proven to be a lot like Pamela. He could see the spirit world pretty easily, and it was pretty obvious by his reactions that he was seeing the earthbound spirits in our house. In fact, one night we were all sitting around the living room, everything was quiet, and I noticed Trooper was behaving kind of abnormal. I whipped my phone out and took a brief video of Trooper seeing the spirit world. Now, I didn't know it at the time, but I also caught some EVPs. EVPs are electronic voice phenomenon. They're spirit voices that are caught on recording devices. Any recording device can pick up EVPs. Here is the video that I recorded that night.
Saw that one. Or I'm taking a movie and an orb just flew by and he looked right at it go by.
So you can clearly tell that the dog was reacting to something in the room that he could see that I didn't see. Pamela could see them, however. During our time in the house, of course, we helped those spirits cross over to transition. Pamela just brought them to the awareness that they could move on to heaven. And by doing so, their free will, they moved on. So if you have earthbound spirits in your house, you can help them move on too. What we do is we just say, "You're dead, but not dead. Go to the light. It's heaven." And when they hear that they can go to heaven, it's their free will to move on to the light. There are many reasons why earthbound spirits remain in the earthbound plane. Usually it's because they're afraid to go into the light because they're afraid of judgment and going to hell. But knowing that they can go and it's their free will, they will often move on into the light. Pamela and I have transitioned many earthbound spirits to become heavenly, to graduate and get their wings, if you will. So how about you? Do you have spirits in your house? Tell us in the comments. And if you'd like to have a session with Pamela Theresa, medium in the raw, her day job is connecting people to their departed loved ones, bringing forth incredible validations, proving the continuity of life. You can find her contact information in the description of this video. If you like this content, be sure to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. And thanks for watching, and tune in next time for more My Haunted Medium Life.